I'm Haley, and I will be giving you a biological lesson, or kind of like a rundown of basically all the bones and the muscles and the joints and the ligaments in the body, and like just like little images of like what's inside your body. And this is without studying, this is just what I know. So I could be wrong with some of this, but here we go. You've got your frontal bone, parietal bone, your occipital bone, your temporal bone, your mandible, which is the only movable bone in your body, except for, I guess, your hyphoid bone, which is in like the back of your neck, and it's like where the tongue attaches, and it's kind of like the only movable bone in the body. And then you have your sutures, which are kind of like, I guess you could say, little like cracks in your skull. And for a little baby, toddler, infant, it would be frontannials. And you've got and you've got your cervical, which is the top of your neck, and then your vertebral column all the way down. You've got your clavicle, which is your collarbone. You've got your sternum, which stops growing at, I want to say 25 years old or 21, I'm not sure. You've also got your humerus, which it's not funny when you hit it. It's not really funny. You've got your ulna, which is always on the side of your pinky, and radius, which is always on the side of your thumb. So diagrams are always like this. And you've got your rib cage. You have 12 pairs of ribs. There's floating, false, and true ribs. True ribs attached directly to the sternum, and false ribs attached to the sternum, but they have something called costal cartilage in between them. And then, let's see. Oh yeah, floating ribs. And your floating ribs don't attach to the sternum at all. They attach to the vertebral column, but they attach, they just like sit there. You have lumbar, like vertebrae. You have your cox and your sacrum, and you also have thoracic vertebrae, and you have, that's pretty much because it's divided into 4 categories. Yeah. And then you have, you have your carpals, which is in your wrist, your metacarpals, which is in your palm of your hands, then phalanges, which is your fingers. You've got your pelvic and pectoral girdle, but that's a whole different spectrum. And you have your axis and appendicular skeletal system, and you've got your pelvis, of course. And then you've got your femur. You've got your tibia and fibia. If you're remembering this, think a little fib. Fibia is the little one. And then you've got your tarsals, which is in the, like, I guess you could say wrist area of your ankles. And then you've got your metatarsals, and then phalanges on your toes. And then the largest of the metatarsals, I believe, or tarsals, is the talus. And your calcaneus makes up your foot.